Thatcher. Can we start please with Councillor Richard Cornelius?
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. Of course, Baroness Thatcher has a very special place in this borough. We've all seen a lot about her on television recently, and one of the things that perhaps brings impact back to us here is seeing when I saw one of her declarations where she was actually sitting where Councillor Richard is sitting to receive the results of her election. She has a lot to do with this borough, and we should remember that. All the residents of Finchley and Spring Barnet who have ever commented about her, comment about her personal qualities and the fact that she really did represent them, listened to them, and got on with their business. Many other members here will have much more detailed memory of her than I have. I was at school when I first heard her speak to the Ford Foundation, and she was speaking to thousands of children, but she was absolutely inspirational to all of us. And she kept the point, and she really did speak to all of us boys. It was absolutely great. You have to remember that she was the first lady member of Finchley, she was the first lady member of the party, first lady Prime Minister, and she did it on ability, not on a woman-only shortlist, and that's all to her credit. If you think what the country was like in the past, after many, many years of government that was less than successful under both major parties, I'm trying not to be controversial here, and we won't go into the unfortunate interlude of Mr. Heath's government, but Mrs. Thatcher certainly did have her head screwed on. She knew what she wanted to do, and she set out to do it. And it is an example to us all when we retreat into waffle that actually one must have purpose, and a simple purpose is usually the best purpose. Life as Prime Minister must have been very difficult for her, and she had a lot of wets to contend with, and she managed to do that, and she drove her business through for many, many years successfully. And the Mayor has already alluded to her grasp of detail, but listening to some former ministers, she had a truly frightening grasp of detail, and that is all to her credit as well. We also heard from Min Campbell, who spoke on Question Time, saying how she absolutely dominated the House of Commons when she spoke. And what a nice thing for him to have said. There were also questions from the audience alluding to her popularity, but it should be remembered that it wasn't the people who got rid of her as Prime Minister. She was elected 3 times as Prime Minister, and that is really quite something. The people liked her. The military, who went and fought in the Falkland Islands, they had no doubt whatever that their Prime Minister would back them. I wonder whether the current and recent wars that we fought, whether the soldiers and military would actually say that today. Also interesting to note that just like some of the reforms of the Labour government after the war and some of the reforms that Roy Jenkins brought in the 1960s that are not questioned on our side of the chamber or in our party, that they are now part of British life. Many of the things that Mrs. Thatcher did are also similarly not questioned now. The world has indeed changed as a result of her premiership. Her work with Ronald Reagan is also something really quite special. Both of them were in many ways sniggered about by little people, but what a partnership and what success they did have for us. She was really a great lady and an inspiration for us all.